Hey, what is going on, everyone? This is Simon here, the founder and head trader at RunProfits Trading. Welcome to the first of what will be many weekly updates on the markets. So today we're going to be taking a look at stocks, gold, oil, Bitcoin, and sharing our views on the markets for the week ahead. So you see up here, in terms of our bias for the forthcoming week, we're bearish on stocks, bearish oil. I've gone with I wanted to say neutral on gold, but and also Bitcoin, but I'm still leaning a little bit bearish on both assets. We'll get a little bit more into why over the next few minutes, and the only thing I'm really bullish on is the dollar right now. So obviously, you know, the move that we're seeing is a move to raise cash in a deflationary environment with everything, pretty much everything, selling off hard. So let's start by taking a look at Bitcoin. So really, if any of you followed me on my other account and saw my last video, which was under my real name, Simon Towlett, you'll see around about the turn of the year I made a video on Bitcoin saying that there were reasons to be interested on the long side. This was really a result of the Plus token scam selling starting to ease up, and also the fact that we were starting to approach the halvening, and we come down and tested some important levels that were interesting on this ascending trend line and so forth. Obviously we got up to around 10k. We flirted with the idea of breaking above 10k, of taking this high out clean. We did for a moment in time, but then we pushed back below. This rejection was quite worrying, to be honest, and when we came down here, I was really looking for 7.5k to hold. Lo and behold, it hasn't held, and then what we saw was just complete bloodbath really, to come all the way down into the 3000s, and I mean the rate that we did it at was pretty frightening. But we've seen, I mean on a positive side, we've seen a recovery. We've got back above the 200-week moving average, which is crucially important. It's a moving average that Bitcoin has never broken before, so it was pretty scary to go below that, but it's good to see that we've recaptured it. But I think really now going forward, especially considering all the turmoil in the stock market, and especially with Bitcoin having a kind of status or a reputation for being quite a risky asset and investment, I'm expecting to see some sort of consolidation, really between sort of 7k and sort of the high 4ks going forward. And I think the most likely scenario is we chop around here between these two levels and see almost another reaccumulation phase. I don't think this was enough accumulation here. I would like to see some sideways action here, something constructive, another accumulation phase to protect this low, and then later on in the year I think that we could get the momentum, which might coincide with a turnaround in the legacy markets and the stock markets, for us to then push back up and test our previous highs of 20k, potentially a retracement, and then a push through to new all-time highs next year. I mean, for me, Bitcoin is still in its 4-year cycle. Some of this price action has been quite scary, but just think, a lot of this price action has now liquidated and caused a lot of pain to a lot of longs in the market. Certain funds, quite well-known funds, for example Adaptive Capital, have got in trouble and have shut themselves down as a result of this liquidation frenzy. So that's what I want to see on Bitcoin. Certainly, if we come down and we take out the 200-week moving average, followed by this trend line support here, then it is possible that we come down towards the 2k, even go as low as 1k, but come down to this range. So I think the way to play this is just to be prepared. I mean, for me, I'm looking to add exposure at anything under 5k here, and obviously keep some back, keep some powder dry in case we do come down for lower prices. But I think right now my most probable and likely scenario is that we see some sideways action, some consolidation, with then prices picking up later on in the year post halvening. Okay. So let's take a quick look at stocks. So I really don't like what I'm seeing here on the S&P. I really don't. I mean, at one stage I thought 2,400 maybe had a chance of holding, but given all the given all of the backdrop and everything going on with coronavirus, I think it was always likely that level wouldn't hold. And obviously governments are starting to panic and starting to put certain measures in place, coming out with further QE. Interest rates have been slashed to zero. I mean, all of this stimulus is not going to prevent us from going into a recession. I think the only way to play the stock markets right now is to sit in cash if you're looking to buy cash equities, because lower prices will almost definitely come ahead going forward. And if you're an active trader, to look for opportunities to short, and it's really a case of shorting the rallies. That's what I'm going to be looking to do with the RunProfits account, and I can't see this not coming down to around the 2,100, 2,130 levels, and and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens when we get down there. Obviously, we'll take one level at a time, but I think we have a little bit lower to go here in the short term. Then we might get some sort of rally, and then it's really a question of whether these lows, whenever we put in a sort of local low, whether they hold or whether we're going to go straight down. And for me, we could be looking as going as low as around 15,000 here. But yeah, let's see what happens. But certainly in the short term, we're bearish on the markets, and the same thing for oil. Really, oil is not looking too pretty right now. I understand people want to get into oil because it's prices that we haven't really consolidated at since around 2003. 2004, we're going back sort of 16-17 years. But yeah, I would be careful with oil. I think we have lower to go. Obviously this is all correlated to what's going on with the markets and the economy. And a couple of stocks to have a quick look at. So this is a stock, Uber, that we were looking to take a short on Friday. We actually got in on this reversal candle, this Tom DeMott 9 on the hourly. I actually ended up scratching the trade because I didn't want any weekend exposure to stocks with opening the trade on a Friday afternoon. But yeah, this is one, if this does pop up a bit, I think this high, this local high, will stay in here, and we can probably run this down to around $18, probably lower. But yeah, that would be my initial target. I mean, if we're able to short around 22s to around 18, you're looking at sort of like a 17-18% gain, nearly a 20% gain, which is good. For a stock scalp. And then the other stock I wanted to take a quick look at, obviously a very popular stock, is Tesla. So Yeah, I mean, this was never ever going to be sustainable. Tesla running up to nearly $1,000, and you've got to remember all of this, or a lot of this buying, was forced buying. So this wasn't necessarily big traders looking at this saying, Tesla should be worth $900. This was short positions and options positions getting liquidated, people getting squeezed out the market, and then being forced to buy to close their shorts. So this was always going to come back down. And interestingly, if you look at where Tesla has come down to, I mean, before all of the coronavirus, I was thinking to myself, look, this should come back to around $500 at the top of this trend line. We've actually gone through this trend line now. We've gone back into this weekly channel, and we've actually found support at the bottom of this channel. So this is something I had sort of drawn well over a year ago, which I've just extended out. But yeah, we've found support there, and we've now got support back at the top of that channel. So we overshot to the downside. We've now overshot massively to the upside. I think going forward, personally, it's probably not a stock I'm going to look to trade. However, if you are looking to trade Tesla, or you are looking to position in Tesla, certainly I would be looking to sell around 500 and buy around the 350 if it was me. And I think we'll probably stay in this channel for the foreseeable, for now anyway. So yeah, I think we'll call it a wrap there. Thank you very much for watching. If you are a eToro user, please follow me on eToro. My handle on there is RunProfits. We've also in the process of setting up Telegram and Twitter handles as well. So they'll be the same handle. However, I'll put the links in the description as and when. And yeah, everybody enjoy the rest of your weekend, and happy trading next week. Bye.